Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here.
Here and welcome to another AS Monaco series episode. Of course, the previous episode was the live com against
Marseille, which was a decent victory for us, and I was pretty pleased with it. This is going to be the mid-season review. I've got a transfer to show you before we get into the fixtures, so we'll get into that straight away. You guys probably haven't seen most of these transfers, but they were just youth players I brought into the squad after the preseason episode. I'll go through them quickly now, unless I did it in the previous episode, I'm not sure. But Sogard, just a goalkeeper, whoops. Brought in from Mitterland on a free. Dave Martin, decent central defender from Rangers. Jamie Upton, decent central midfielder. Obviously, are all in the youth squad. And finally, Charles Bassey from Mitterland for 1.8 mil. Probably the best signing out of all those youth players I brought in. But then I went out and splashed some money in the January transfer window. Obviously, it did take me quite a while to get him into into an offer that they would actually accept. I only had about 25 million, something around there to spend, and maybe just under 30 actually, probably about 28 I'd say. So I had about 28 million to spend. Didn't want to spend all of it. He was out with an injury until the 8th of January. He's a Turkish right winger, 19 years old. He's predicted as a wonder kid already, and you can see why with his technicals and his physicals, pretty outstanding. A little bit of work needed on his mentals, so I'll try and get someone to tutor him, but I don't actually think we have anyone good enough to tutor him in the squad. Already racked up 7 caps for Turkey, had 10 under 21s. He's on 40k a week, but that doesn't really bother me too much. Obviously, he's going to be playing as our right winger for the future. Probably not going to be in the first team for the rest of this season, simply because we're playing so well with a Campos on the right wing at the moment. So he will come off the bench and play all the cup games for pretty much the end of the season, barring a Campos picking up an injury or something. I probably will look to sell Carrasco um, in the summer, so he can come into a bigger role in the club. But anyway, that was my one piece of transfer activity that I made. He was brought in for 18.75, just all of it up front, so that was good, just to get it over and done with. I let a couple of players go. Obviously, I had that deal for James Rodriguez. I'm not sure if you guys had actually seen it though. He left the club for Inter for 4.8 mil. Constantly complaining about first team football, and whenever I put him in the squad, he just would not perform. So that was a little bit disappointing. But you know what? 4.8 mil for a constant whinger. I know he's valued at 11 mil right now, but he never worked for me, so I had to get rid of him. It was just a waste, really. So got rid of him, brought in another winger, and the other winger is probably going to be 10 times better than him in the future, I hope. Uh, Espelenberg went back to Norway with Mold for 200k a month. If you remember, did let him go for 200k a month to Saint Etienne, but he wasn't being played there, so cancelled that. Loaned him out to Mold, and he's actually getting game time. Loaned out Abu Diallo, complaining about first team football, so Standard took him, our feeder club. Slavulga went to Anderlecht on loan, and Chris Clark went to Stoke on loan, all as key players for those loan deals. And yeah, that. Now we get into the fixtures. Of course, the game you saw was the... Where is it? I think it was that one. Yeah, it was the live com against Marseille. I think so. Yeah, it should be. Anyway, the game after that, we won against Losk Lille, 4-2 at home, and it was pretty impressive coming off that big victory we got over Marseille. Marco Marin, Papadopoulos, Aubameyang, and a Campos getting our goals. The Campos picking up man of the match with a 9.1. We then faced Sturm Graz, beat them 1-0 at home in the Europa League. Gyulor Kanga getting our only goal in that one. AJ Exore beat them 2-1 away from home. Campos with a brace. Dennis Oblak getting one back for Exore. We then beat AS Saint Etienne 3-1 at home. Campos with another brace, and Matip on the score sheet as well. We then lost to PSG 2-0, which was our first loss in however many games that is. Looks like about 15 or so. But yeah, we lost 2-0 to them. As always, Cavani on the score sheet and a disappointing 87th minute own goal from Moutinho. We then followed that up with a 2-2 draw away from home at Moscow. Victor Moses picking up a goal in the 90th minute, also a brace for him. Marshall and Fernandez on the score sheet for us. Bounced back in the Coupe de Ligue fourth round against Angers, SCO, Papadopoulos, Aubameyang, Charles Bassi with a brace, and Luke Shaw on the score sheet. We then beat Polispors 8-0 in the Coupe de France ninth round. Marshall with 4 goals, Faure with a brace, Basset and a Campos with 1 each as well. We then faced Shox Monteb, beat them 2-0 in the league. Aubameyang and a Campos getting our goals. Where are we at? We then went into the Coupe de Ligue quarter-final and beat Los Lille 4-2 away from home. A Campos with another brace, Marco Marin and Papadopoulos. And this Mendes de Gracchi guy keeps finding the net against us when we play Lille. But anyway, moving on. RC Lens, a 1-1 draw away from home in the league. Pretty disappointing, as if we actually won this game, we could have been 2 points ahead of PSG at the time. We do have games in hand of them at the moment, so I'll show you the league once I finish these. Aubameyang in the 7th minute. They could have actually won the game if Lay had converted that penalty, but he didn't. So 1-1 it finished. Toulouse, 2-0 victory at home. Moutinho with a brace, both penalties, and yeah, fairly convincing. And the final game I played just then was against Stade Malherbe Caen, and we beat them 1-0 away from home through Lucas Ocampos, with Sabin Osterpruk picking up his debut. Anyway, that basically is all the fixtures rounded up. This is how the league currently sits. As you can see, we're 6 points off PSG with 2 games in hand, so if we win our 2 games, we will be level on points with them. They do have a better goal difference, but it's only 7 goals. We might be able to make up 7 goals in these 2 games. I'm not exactly confident of that. But PSG are they're so good. Edison Cavani is just an absolute beast. He's so strong as a striker in this league. It's ridiculous. As you can see, he's topping the goal scoring charts. Aubameyang, 3 behind, as well as Douglas Costa for Marseille. And those 3 are basically the only ones in the running for the Golden Boot. Average ratings, we've got Douglas Costa coming first, then Cavani. And then surprisingly, the Lucas Ocampos for us is sitting in 3rd place. And Kanga is sitting in 4th place in the assist charts with 9. 2 off Verratti with 11. And yeah, that is basically it. What else should I show you guys? I want to show everybody the finances, because everybody thinks we have a lot of money. It's not outstanding. If you have a look, we only have 73 million in our balance, which is pretty much as teams like United, Arsenal, maybe I'd say City would probably have a bit more, maybe Chelsea as well. But the thing about that is we don't actually get a massive budget as people think we do. Obviously, I could invest over 24 months, 48 months, whatever, but I don't really like to do that. I think it's kind of cheating to an extent. But yeah, so we're not extremely rich, and we are constantly losing money as well. As you can see, we're predicted to actually lose, well, not lose, but stay around the same, which is pretty poor. We might get a little injection from the end of season bonuses for the league or whatever. End of season prize money, that's it. Prize money. So yeah. I'm trying to sell Berg, Grun and Dante. Grun's really been pissing me off lately. All he's been doing is whinging about first team football, so might even try and his contract runs out at the end of season. No? Oh, end of next season. Damn it. That sucks. But yeah, going to try and get rid of him, even if I have to release him. Or I won't release him, I'll mutual terminate, but whatever. Might bring one of the youth goalkeepers. I'll show you them right now. I've got a few little prospects, obviously signed Sogard, But we've got Ramuni's probably the best one out of the bunch at the moment. He's got decent physicals for a goalkeeper, good agility and stuff. And then obviously he's got good rushing out, reflexes, one-on-ones, kicking. Handling is very low, but, what can you do? His mentals are alright, composure, concentration, and positioning's not bad either. Could be a decent backup. We've also got Monsieur Fall, who's got better reflexes, but his mentals are a little bit lacking, and as well as his physicals. He's not as strong, but he's probably the better of the two. I just don't like that eccentricity right there. That 12 just puts me off a little bit. But they both probably will be my goalkeepers in the future, barring Sogard maybe like developing extremely well. So yeah, I've also got Black Erie, 15 years old, 19 determination, could become something in the future. Yeah, he's just checking that he's actually training. So yeah, who do I have in the reserves that's a goalkeeper? Yeah, I was going to... Sorry guys, just before I end the episode I'll just do this. Just want to move him into the reserves permanently, so he gets more game time. And yeah, I'll take Ramuni off. Oh, he's off the... Why does it say reserves then? That's weird. In the under-19s, but... Yeah, that's really weird. Anyways, that is it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, guys, please leave a like rating and head over to my channel and subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date with these episodes and any future series I do decide to bring out. Take it easy, guys, and enjoy your day.